There was a time, not so long ago, in a small African village where the sun rose bright and warm each day, bringing life to the soil and strength to its people. Under the shade of ancient baobab trees, there lived a man named Baba Afolabi, a wise father with a gentle smile and strong hands. Baba Afolabi had 2 children, Tunde and Amina, who were full of questions, as young hearts often are. One particular day, as they worked in the family's field, Tunde looked at his father, sweat beading down his forehead, and sighed. "Baba," he began with a hint of frustration, "why do we work so hard? The other children, they don't work in the fields like this. They play in the town and get whatever they want from their parents. It's not fair." Amina, always one to follow her brother's lead, nodded in agreement. "Yes, Baba, why do we spend all day in the field while others are enjoying life?" Baba Afolabi only smiled. He looked out over the field where they had sown seeds, and a glint of wisdom sparkled in his eyes. "My children," he said softly, "come, let me show you something." Tunde and Amina exchanged curious glances, but they followed their father to a clearing nearby where he began gathering leaves, skillfully braiding and weaving them into a small, sturdy basket. Baba worked in silence, his hands moving gracefully, as his children watched with intrigue. Finally, unable to hold back her curiosity, Amina asked, "Baba, what are you making?" Baba looked up, smiling. "This basket," he began, "is made from the very leaves that grow around us. My father taught me to weave these, and his father taught him. It is one of the skills I hold dear, one that will always help us, even if we have nothing else." The children listened, their complaints quieted. Tunde tilted his head, wondering how a basket had anything to do with their question. Seeing the question in his eyes, Baba continued, "Just as I weave these leaves to create something useful, the work we do in the field is a weaving of sorts too. We are weaving patience into our lives, respect for the land, and strength into our bones. These are not things you can buy in the market, they are treasures that last a lifetime." As he spoke, the children began to understand. Their father was teaching them a lesson in silence, through his hands, his patience, his wisdom. Later that evening, as the sun began to set, they gathered around the family fire. The crackling flames cast dancing shadows, and Baba Afolabi, in the warmth of that fire, began to share stories from their family's history. He told of their ancestors who had worked this very soil, enduring seasons of hardship and seasons of plenty, each one leaving behind values that strengthened the family line. "Tunde, Amina," Baba Afolabi said, looking deeply into their young eyes, "the wealth of our family is not in gold or silver, it is in our character, our wisdom, and the strength of our hearts. When I ask you to work with me in the field, I am giving you the gift of our family's pride, the lessons that make us who we are." Tunde and Amina felt a stirring in their hearts, a pride they hadn't known before. They realized that the work they did each day wasn't simply labor, it was part of something much greater. It was the inheritance of resilience, unity, and respect, things that would carry them forward long after the fields had grown quiet. In that moment, they made a silent promise to honor their father's teachings, to hold fast to their family's values, and to carry forward the legacy of their ancestors. And so, my dear listeners, remember this: the true wealth of a family lies in its values, its strength, and the wisdom passed from one generation to the next. If this story touched your heart, share it with others, for these are the lessons that keep our communities alive, that hold us together as one.